Hey, this is Tess from Tytoni Yoga. So I would like to go over a breathing exercise with you that helps release tight-chestedness. It helps relieve anxiety and depression. And it's just a really good exercise to do when we feel like we cannot really allow the breath to get lower into the body and we're just feeling it all up here. And then when you do try to make those deeper breaths, it sets you off in not a good direction. So to begin with, what we're going to do is we're going to take small sips of breath, one on top of the other, and then we're going to exhale the breath out. And then we'll take small sips of breath and then exhale the breath out. And we're going to do that one more time, small sips of breath, maybe about 4, okay? And then we're going to take a longer exhale out. And then we're going to switch it. So we're going to take a long inhale up and then small sips of breath out. Do that 3 times. All right. And as we do this, we're going to hold our breath between the small sips and the exhale out. Now, if you want, you can imagine that we're walking up a mountain while doing this, right? So each of the small sips of breath takes us up at the beginning. As we hold our breath, we're imagining beautiful sights around us. And as we exhale, we're just gently, safely sliding down the mountain. And then the second time, we'll imagine ourselves taking a gondola ride up perhaps, and then taking those steps down the mountain. I don't recommend this exercise if you've had abdominal surgery or chest surgery recently. If you do have heart problems, don't hold the breath in the middle. Just take the small sips of breath up and down. Same goes for pregnancy. Just take those small sips of breath up and then release the breath down. Don't hold the breath in the middle. And when you do take sips of breath, just take nice gentle sips of breath in. If you'd like to get ready, maybe come into a comfortable position, maybe sitting with your back straight, sitting on a chair, maybe sitting somewhere like me on a sofa, edge of your bed, wherever it is. You could be on the floor as well, lying down, supporting under the knees of the back. The spine can sit at its natural curvature, maybe sitting on a pillow or something to lift the hips up, perhaps if you're seated on the floor, so that the hips are slightly higher than the knees. And just taking a moment now, noticing how you're feeling, noticing those, perhaps that tight breath. You can do this as well if you're not feeling like this. Is also just a nice, calming, relaxing, soothing breath to do. Noticing the sensations of the breath as it comes in and out. Maybe noticing how it feels as it comes into the nose, the temperature. And maybe how it changes as it leaves. Noticing sounds around you. Noticing sounds perhaps inside of you. And if you like, you can gently soften the gaze or close your eyes. And we're going to begin with these small sips of breath. Imagining that we're taking steps up a mountain, breathing in 4 small sips of breath. Holding the breath at the top, imagining that you can see a beautiful sight around you. And then releasing the breath out. Sliding down, safely down the mountain. And then we'll do that again, 4 sips of breath, making our way up the mountain. Perhaps holding that breath at the top, imagining the beautiful views, noticing that we have made it to the top. And then sliding down the mountain, releasing the breath. And again, 4 sips of breath, making our way up. maybe holding our breath, maybe taking that moment to view out, noticing the strength that we had to get to the top of the mountain. And then as you release your breath, allow yourself to slide down the mountain. See what you maybe noticing, any sensations that you might feel as you're sliding down. This time we're going to take a gondola ride up. So nice, slow, easy breath up. Maybe imagining the sights that you can see as you're breathing in. Holding the breath at the top, perhaps, and just noticing the beauty around you. And then we're going to take small little steps down the breath. Inhaling in again, taking that gondola ride up the mountain. Holding the breath at the top of the mountain. Seeing the sights, feeling the beauty, not just in the eyes, but also in your body, in the moment that you're living. And we're going to take little steps down the mountain. And one more time, taking that gondola ride up. Holding the breath at the top. Maybe even telling yourself, I am here, I am at the top of the mountain. Look at me. Look at how strong and beautiful I am at the top of this mountain. And we're going to take little steps down the mountain. And then breathing in deeply through the nose. Exhaling easily out through the nose. And again, nice, smooth, easy breath in. And an easy breath out. And taking a moment here to check in again. Notice maybe if your breath has changed. Maybe you feel differently in the body. Maybe you feel differently in the mind. Slowly beginning to focus the gaze or open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me.